Hey, what's going on, guys? X here, and today we're taking a look at the Takara Masterpiece MP-14 Plus. This is the anime accurate red alert. So what I wanted to do with this video is show a side-by-side comparison all the way through. So I'll show both transformations for both vehicles so that you can see exactly what is different. Also the weapons and everything. I'm going to do the transformation from car to robot and back to car, so you're still going to get that full transformation. But starting off with the cars here, at first I thought that this was kind of white, like this right here. It's actually more of kind of off-white or almost kind of a gray to it, which looks really nice. I really like it. So I think it's turning up pretty good on camera. You can definitely tell that this one is just like a very pearly white, where this one's dull, kind of has a gray tint to it. But again, you can see like all the differences here. Even with the Autobot logo, I really dig this. I think it looks really cool, to where this is more of kind of like the sticker that we got on our toys, again being anime accurate. Really do dig that. Everything up here, exactly the same, that you would get. So white there, kind of gray. We're just going to call this gray instead of off-white and stuff like that. You can see the FD, the symbol down here. It actually says Chief. A little bit of the different colors that you can notice there as well. So this is black, where this is kind of a gray as well. Tires, everything looks the same. Here on the back, instead of saying the Lamborghini Countach, it doesn't have any of that. Also with the tail lights, you only get the red paint. Instead over here, you had the red twice, and you had the white as well. Over here, same thing as well. There you got a little bit of a gap. I haven't transformed this guy yet. I just transformed him from robot to car, and I was like, if I can't remember how to transform this thing, I think I got problems, because I think I got, I don't know, like 7 of these. So I should have it kind of perfected at this point. Things that you get with this guy, obviously the card and the directions, which I didn't open. With the anime accurate, let me put them in here so you know which one goes to what. We had the orange with the anime accurate one, the one that we're taking a look at today. With the original one, had the blue. Then with the weapons, they both get red. Seems to me that the anime accurate one's a little bit brighter red, to where this one's a little bit darker. Hopefully that's coming up on camera so that you can notice that. So the original release, this guy, he's a little bit darker, and this one's a little bit lighter. Also bringing in the guns here, you can definitely see that kind of gray right there, that gray-white, and then this is painted silver. Plus they went an extra little section here, and then on the reds, this one's a little bit darker, where this one's a little bit brighter. So you can kind of see the difference there. Now with the gimmick with this thing, as far as you can put this in here if you wanted to, and plug that on top so he could have a little gun, and this could move up and down, or you could take this gun out and just have that. So again, it's one of those gimmicks that I think is kind of silly for a masterpiece line, but it's whatever. I don't think it takes anything away from the vehicle. Alright, now to get this guy transformed, it's going to be the first time that I've transformed him, just because I'm pretty used to, like I said, I have several of, this mold, so I'm pretty used to the transformation. So first thing we're going to do is pop in the tires, like so, grab the doors and pop those out. Do the same thing with this one over here. Everything seems to be a little bit tight, just because it's the first time, getting transformed, I guess. Here you want to push down here. That way you can pop this off, because there's a little tab there. Otherwise you might break it. Do the same thing with this one. Pop that so you can see those little clear tabs right there. That's when I kind of push down on here, relieve the pressure, and you can just come out like so. This, grab here. It's clipped up under here. You can see those little clips right there, and just pull that up like so, and just leave all that. Oh, there's a little, look at this face, doesn't look too bad. Then with this, you're going to pop the spoiler. You don't want to go ahead and separate, because this might break off in there. So separate this first, then pull those apart, and then you can start coming down with this one. As you're doing that, come out with this, and there are these little parts that flip out, just like so. Then you're going to come down, rotate this area, pull this up some, we'll do each leg individually. So come down all the way to it won't go anymore. Then you can come down with this section here. You can see that little tab is going to go in there. And there's a tab here that'll just fit on top of that section. Go ahead and come up with that. Go ahead and come down with this piece here. This can fold onto the back, and you flip out the foot and the heel spur. There's that leg done. So we're going to do the same with this one. You're going to rotate this, come up with this a little bit, come down with this, and fit that and that tab. And make sure that one's on top there. This is moved all the way that it can go. Come up with that. Come down with that. Flip that around. And extend the heel spur and foot. So we got our legs done. Waist. Come down with the crotch piece there. And then with the back section here, there's two joints. There's a pin going through here and a pin up here. So you can see how we do that. You're going to come all the way back until it snaps into place. And then you're going to bend forward, and this is going to hook over this. There we go. And should look something like that after we're done. So then there's a little tab there. It's right up under where the license plate would be. Go ahead and pop that in. You can go ahead and close the head up there. You have the arms in a touchdown pose. I'm going to pop this. There's a tab here. So you don't want to break that. And then fold it out like this. Kind of angle them in. They're going to fit right up underneath there. And then you can come down with the arms and stuff. Pull this out and get the hands out. And there's our red alert. So before we accessorize them and do comparisons and stuff like that, I wanted to make sure that we get a really good look at him. Everything's really tight and solid on him, you know, being brand new and stuff. But he's got, let's see, it looks like a white face actually. So the face is white with the blue eyes, and then everything else that you're seeing with the thighs, the feet, all this section forearms, that's that gray color that we saw him in car mode. You can see that, you know, still got the tires here. These are the fake tires, because the other ones, you know, they're inside where the chest is. So they have those here, and they've also painted those silver. Now that they've added that chief on the arm, you can see that on the side, which looks really cool. I think that's a nice little touch. I definitely dig that. You know, with the red paint here, you got, this is plastic, but you know, the red paint here, same thing here. The area here is just red plastic. This is a darker gray plastic. But I'm really digging this guy. I honestly like him more than the original one that came out already. So now that we can get all his accessories on him, we'll go ahead and put this little thing on him. There we go. Go ahead and put this in his shoulder and put his gun in his hand. That way we can do some proper comparisons here. So here's the new anime accurate, and here is the original. And now that you kind of see them, you know, together, I honestly, I like this. It's just, I don't know. It's something about that gray paint that's all over the place. You know, in the thighs, so there's more paint on this guy than there is on this guy. I really like it that much more. Even where, you know, the feet, so they got that paint down here to where this was just the silver plastic. But you can see over here what I meant with the Chief. I think that looks really cool. So, I mean, it's one of those things that, it's up to you. This is the, the newest version, so it's probably going to be a little bit easier to track down as well. But, yeah, there's the comparison, so you get an idea. That way, if you're on the fence on which one should you pick up, hopefully this video helps you make that decision. Alright, we'll put all his little stuff over there. So, as far as articulation, this guy, he can move his head, look up and down a little bit, not a whole lot there, but rotates. The shoulders obviously rotate, they go in and out however you need there. You have rotation here at the bicep, you have the elbow bend, which is 90 degrees. You have the wrist articulation, so where it rotates, it opens and shuts the fingers as a clamp. You do have waist articulation, so that does move. Legs go back and forth, in and out. They'll have a thigh cut up here at the top. You have 90-degree bend at the knee. And the feet can go side to side, however you need there. Not really a whole lot of front and back. I guess, if you're bending, if you consider that going front and back. But mainly just, the tilt. That way you can have him at a kind of a wider stance, but still have both feet flat on the ground. So I just like that about figures whenever they add that. So anyways, let's go ahead, excuse me, go ahead and get him back into his car mode or Lambo mode. We'll just start by putting the hands in. Doing that. Go ahead and pop the head opens where you can see his brain. He doesn't really have one, but slide this out. Go ahead and pop these back around so that our windows are ready to go whenever we get that done. Hands, we're going to go ahead and rotate and just collapse these. Put them back in touchdown mode, just like so. Waist, we got that situated. Pop that, and then we're going to come back and then forward with that, so that we've got that completely extended the way that it needs to. And then we're going to leave this section alone. I know it looks like it's a mess and we should finish it, but you got to get the legs done first. But we needed to get this all popped out of the way for whenever we slide this section down. So that's why we're going this way. Alright, so the legs, what we need to do, go ahead and flip this up. Go ahead and close the feet up. And we'll just get those situated again. Pull that out. Pull this down some. And then we'll do each leg individually. So pop that. Pull that up. Close that up. And then you can pull this back. Start rotating this up, and then you're going to start, as you rotate or bend this, get about 90 degrees, you start rotating this back. And there is a tab, hopefully you can see it right there where my fingernail was, and you can see that there is a slot right there on the end of the toe, so that's actually where it lines up at. So to put the legs in the proper place, that's why you need to have this, the top section done already. Then you can, pull that down and just leave that like so. Getting onto this leg, popping this up, closing that. Go ahead and pull that back as well. Start moving this way, start rotating this way. And get that popped in there. Go ahead and connect these. So you got the feet popped in, locked in. Then you push these together and come down with the spoiler. Go ahead and slide this in. You have the tabs right here, so just make sure that those are caught up underneath. There we go. And that one's done. So looking good. Then with this section, go ahead and come sideways with the arms, and then we can pop the hood into place. Come all the way back now with the arms or doors, whatever you want to call them at this point in the transformation. pop the wheels back into place, and there you have them all transformed again. So, really like this guy, and hopefully you guys enjoyed the review, the comparisons. Hopefully it was able to help you in making your decision on, you know, which guy you get. I mean, they're both cool. I like having them both, but if I had to choose, definitely this guy. So, anyways, thanks a lot for watching, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed. I'll talk to you later. Peace.